So instead of writing this, you can, oh, sorry. So instead of writing this, you can write this, that over here. And we call that the ternary operator, right? It's called a ternary operator.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's just
Hello
test.
there.
Yes, sir.
I said, please, you said earlier it works in Java,
Yes, sir.
C++. I wanted to ask if it works in Python.
I don't think the ternary operator operates. I would have to check. I don't know. I don't think so. I've not seen it. Okay.
Oh.
Let me check first. Okay. I'm not sure, so
Sir.
I cannot be sure. Right.
Okay, so with the test, it always has to be in brackets, if I'm right.
Yes, please. You have to put the test in brackets. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think it works in Python. Yeah. There's a Python version of it. Why do you write in Python?
Yes, yes.
Do you program in Python? Okay,
yes.
There's a Python version of it. Probably the Python version looks a little different, okay? But there's a Python version of it. I think it looks something like, so in Python, you would write so this, for instance, you would write max equal A if the condition, which is A greater than or equal to B, else, okay, you'd write max equal to B, okay? So it looks a little bit different. You can see that here in Python, this will be the true part, okay? And then this will be the test, okay? And then this will be the false part, okay? Are we okay? But we are not doing Python, okay? We are not doing Python. We are doing just basic programming with pseudocode so that you can understand the basics first before you tackle the difficult stuff. Are you okay? Or the gentleman, is he gone? He's offline again?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then the next thing we need to take a critical look at is the switch case statement, okay? We call this the switch case statement because it is also another form of selection control statement, okay? So it's another form of selection control statements, okay? So okay, so we said the if statement is a selection control structure. The switch case is also a selection control structure. Okay, there are two main forms of them. Now, how the if works is that the if and the if else and the if else if, you are required to use a logical expression. Logical expression here means that the expression needs to have greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, equal to. You can have the and, you can have the or, you can have the not. So when you have these things, we call them logical expressions. Okay, we write logical expressions using these things. Okay, this is how the if statement does its job. You need to provide a logical expression, then the if statement will be able to do its job. Okay, but the switch statements work a little different. Here, we don't evaluate a logical expression, but instead, we check if a test expression is equivalent to one of the cases. That's why we call it switch case. So we have various cases available in the switch body, and then we test the switch, or we test the test expression. When the test expression is equivalent or equal to one of the cases we have listed, that is when we run the code inside the case. In fact, this one is a little bit less powerful than the if statements, okay? But it is very convenient if you want to do something simple which involves integers, okay? Or characters, okay? So if you want to do something very simple which involves integers or characters, and you are not checking for whether something is greater than or less than or those kinds of things, and you just want to check whether, hey, does the thing contain 2? Does it contain 5? Does it contain 7? Something like that. You will use the switch case because it's so simple. Okay, so we will delve deeper into it. How the switch works, like I explained earlier, is that if what is inside the test expression is equal to any of the cases, we run the statements inside the body of the expression. Okay, if it is equal, we run. If it is not equal, we do not run. We skip it and go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until we get to the end. Okay, let me show you the syntax. Okay, so like I was saying, this is how you write the, okay, so let's say syntax. Okay, so this is how you write the switch case. You first start with the switch, and then you put the test expression inside a bracket like that. Okay, so for example, we want to have, maybe we have a variable called age. Here we are not checking whether age is greater than 18 or less than, no, we cannot do that over here. But instead, you simply put age inside the bracket. Okay, you just put age inside the bracket over here. Then what you do is that here in each of the cases, you write the age that you want to test. So for switch case, you must write everything. If you don't write it, it will not run. Okay, so for example, if you want to test whether the age is 18 years, you must include 18 as one of the values in the cases or in the various cases. That is how the switch case works. Are we okay? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. So you write case and then you put a value, you write case, you put a value, you write case, you can write several of them, as many of them as you want. Then finally, at the end, you can decide to put what we call a default statement. Oh, sorry. Okay. The default statement is optional. Let me write optional over here. It's optional because not every time you want this one to run. Default will run only when none of the cases are true. Okay, so it will test all the cases one by one. If it can't find an answer and there is a default, we'll run the default. But if it finds an answer, it will not come to the default. Are we okay? Okay. So how does the switch case work? How does the switch case work? Very, very, very simple. Okay, let me remove all of these ones. How the switch case works is that, okay, sorry. Okay, so how the switch case works is that, like I said, we will write a test expression. This test expression must be an integer, okay, or a character. And we'll use the value inside to test these values. If the value matches, if the value matches any of the values in the test case, okay, we'll run that particular test case and then we'll stop. Okay, so you must write case value, then write your code when it is true. Then at the end of the statement, before you come to another case, you write the break. Now I'll come and explain what this break is also doing in there, okay? So please hang on to that. I'll show you something. I want to show you something, okay? So how it works is that, like I was saying earlier, when the switch case is testing, it will test an expression. If the expression matches maybe case 1, okay, we'll come and do case 1, do the statements in case 1, and then because of the break, it will run out, okay, to go like this all the way to the end, okay? Or if it matches case 2, it will come and do the various things in case 2, okay? To come and do case 2, come and run the statements, break, and go all the way out. Or if it matches case 3, it will come all the way to case 3, come and do the statements, run, and then go. And as I was saying earlier, if it cannot match any of the cases, it will come and do the default and go out. So notice that only one of the various cases are run. This is only the case when we have the break statements, okay? If we remove the break statements, things work a little differently, okay? So if we remove the, let me go back, sorry. If we remove the break statements, okay, then what happens at the end is that, let me remove some of the break statements and then show you something. So if we remove the break statements, then what happens is that if we find a match, for instance, we find a match statement 1, and there's no break between statement 1 and case 2, what will happen is that this arrow will be connected here. And so we'll come and do this one. If there's no break, it will be connected back here. We'll come and do this one. If there's no break connected back here, we'll come and do this one and go out. So have you noticed that if there's no break, it doesn't go out. Instead, it goes to the next case, runs the next case, and then comes out. Any questions about any confusion with this one? Yes. Hello? No confusion? That's
Hello,
awesome.
sir.
Okay, that's awesome. So
Hello,
let's
sir.
see an example.
Hello.
Yes, my dear friend.
All right. Good morning, sir. So
Morning
I
to you.
want to ask, with the break statement, is it the same as the breakpoint where we use when running like
No,
a code?
This is a statement. That one is that breakpoint thing is only an ID too. Okay,
Okay.
totally
All right.
different.
All right. Thanks.
When you are running the program, the breakpoint stops the program at that point. It's a point. It's not you don't write any line of code. It's a point. You put a mark over there. It's like a red point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can obviously see that this one is a statement. Break. That one is not a statement. So they are two different things.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at an example. So this simple example, we have a variable. Let's say we created a variable, a character variable. We call the variable grade. Okay. And then we put something inside grade. So let's put C inside grade. Okay. Now, if we put C inside grade and we want to use grade as the test expression, okay, remember we put C inside grade, okay, equal to C, and it's a character variable, okay. We want to use grade as a test expression, okay. So how do we do that? So what the program or the computer will do is test what is inside grade. So check this one and test against this one. Okay, that's a value 1. We see that it is not the case. So we check against this one and check this one. It's not the case. So we check this one and notice that that is the correct one. So because that's the correct one, we'll come and print the grade is C. Because we see break over here, break means stop. Okay, so we will go all the way to the end of the switch case. Let me repeat it again so that those people who probably may not have seen it will see it well. Let me repeat again. So what happens is that, okay, we create a variable, okay? The expression will contain maybe a character, C. Then we use the variable as the test expression, okay? So you can see over here, we are not doing grade less than C or grade equal C or grade greater than C or grade not equal to C. You can see that there's nothing in there. This is how you write switch case. You don't use any logical operator. You just write the variable you want to test. Then what will happen is that you write the various cases. So here we have case A, case B, case C, case D, case F, and then the default. Do you see that? My friends, do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Then what happens that in each case, there is some code. You can see some code in each case. Look at it closely. Every case has a code. So you also must have some code in every case. Okay. Are we okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then what happens is that when the computer program is running, the computer will check what is inside grade and see that, oh, C is inside grade. Then the computer will compare that against what is appearing over here. If we check, is C equal to A? No. So we skip this one. Okay, so we skip it. Is B equal to C? No. So we skip it. But is C equal to C? Yes. So because C is equal to C, we'll come and run. The grade is C. And because we are seeing break over here, we will not continue with the rest. Instead, we will go to the end of this statement. Okay, so this is how these ones also work. They work a little differently from the way the if statement works. Now let's do another example. In this example, okay, I'm going to make grade equal to maybe M, something which is not here. Okay, so we check, is M equal to A? No, so we skip. Is M equal to B? No, so we skip. Is M equal to C? No, so we skip. Is M equal to D? No, so we skip. Is M equal to F? No. So because it is not equal to any of those ones, we will come and do this one because it says default. Okay, because it says default, it means if you can't find the answer, come and do the default. That's what it means by default. Okay, so if you can't find the answer and you have included a default, it will run the default. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
we are good.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So think that. So finally, let's do just one last example. So let me cancel this one. If, for instance, grade is equal to F, okay? So if grade is equal to, okay, for F, because it's not A, it's not B, it's not C, it's not D, but it is F, we will run this statement, and then because we see the break, we will not do the default, we will go to the end. Whenever you see the, whenever you see the break, you go to the end, okay? Are we okay?
Sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you please go back for me?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So the example you gave, M,
Yes, sir.
which we didn't see M in the case,
Yes.
which a run default, which the default say the grade is invalid.
Yes.
When we run a case and, for instance, is C, and we find C in and it ends, it won't run the default, but rather it will run to the end, right?
Oh, calm down. You said C being what?
Since we are running C and C is in the case, which means C, we have C. So
Yes.
does it mean C will run to the end but not default?
What do you mean by C will run to the end?
Okay, so
C is what I understand, and what I want you to know is that C is here, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, so because C is here, we'll run C and we'll stop.
To the end.
Or what do you want to check?
What I'm a little bit confused about is with C, we have C, so it ran to the end. But when we don't have the case, for instance, M, because
Yes.
M is not in the case, it
Yes.
runs to default, which default states that the grade is invalid. So I
Yes.
want to ask when we have the case in, which is C is here, it won't run to default, but rather it will run to the end. That's what I want to understand.
I'm not understanding your question very well, because I think I don't know if
Okay, sir.
you get
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think I
saying.
understand
What
the
I'm
question.
saying.
Let me
Okay.
rephrase it again.
Okay.
Okay, so we pick a case which is C,
Yes.
and we have C in the case. So
Yes.
it picked it and it ran to the end,
Yes.
which is not default.
No, the end is like the end of the program.
Sir,
I mean, yeah.
sir,
the
Okay,
end.
okay. I get it now. I get it
okay.
now.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I
using
get
the
it now.
end to represent the end of the program.
Of the
That's what
program.
I'm.
Good.
Yes.
I get it. So I was thinking if C run, it will run to default, and in default we
What
have the
is- oh
grade is
no, come
invalid.
on. But I did not say that.
No, that was what I was thinking. So but I'm okay now.
Okay. We're
So
glad you're okay.
thank you.
Okay, let's do another example. Okay. So in this example, we have a variable and we have an integer how is this thing? We have an integer variable called day, and day contains the number 4. Okay. Now we have a switch case which is checking every number. Okay. Not every number, of course. You know, there are millions and billions and infinitesimal number of integers. Okay. But we have the seven numbers we wanted to check. Okay. 7 numbers. Okay. So now we are checking. Okay. Is day equal to 1? No. So of course we don't do this one. Is day equal to 2? No. Is it equal to 3? No. Is it equal to 4? Yes, because that's 4. So because it's equal to 4, we will print day, and then because of break, we will go all the way to the end. We will not run any of this. Okay. Now let's assume that day was not 4, but day was maybe 8. Okay. So checking this one, no. Checking this, 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 no. Notice that if there is no default and none of the cases are run, we will go to end without running anything. That's how the switch case works. It's not like the if statement where you can do greater than or less than. It doesn't do any of that thing. Instead, it works a little differently. It simply checks each and every case. If it can't find the case, it will stop running it entirely. Any questions? Is it understandable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Understand.
Okay. Now, let's say the day was not 4, but the day was maybe 8, but the day was maybe 1. Okay, let's say it was 1, and there was no break. There's no break. There's no break. There's no break. There's no break. No break. No break. Okay. Now, because the number we are trying to match is 1 and 1 is there, it will print Monday. Okay. But look, there's no break. So because there's no break, we'll go and run the second one, Tuesday. There's no break. So because there's no break, we'll go and run the third one, Wednesday. Because there's no break, we'll run Thursday. Because there's no break, you see Friday. Because there's no break, you see Saturday. Because there's no break, you see Sunday. And then we'll end the program. So when there's no break between them, we'll run what is there. Everything that doesn't have a break, we'll run it. Do you understand it?
Yes, sir. But so does
Yes,
it
sir.
mean at the end of the program, you are going to see all of the
Yes,
codes
you see
without a
Monday,
break?
Tuesday, in this case, okay? If, for example,
Okay.
there's no break, only in between 1 and 2, and the number we are checking was 1, okay? Then what will happen is that after checking this and running Monday, because there's no break, we'll come and run Tuesday. But because there's break, we will not continue with the rest. We'll just get to the end. So you see Monday and Tuesday. You will not see all the others. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm here.
So with this very example that you are giving, is the switch running the value of the case, that is, let's say case 1, or it is
Yes.
running the value of the day, which is Monday?
No, it's running the value of the case.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So if say switch is day.
If
The
if
switch
it
is
is
day.
what?
The switch is the day. And then
You
let's say the
can't.
case.
I've already told you you cannot switch on anything other than a number and a character. Nothing
Yes, sir.
more. I
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
it when I began that it only works for this one is a little bit more constrained than the if statement. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
it will not work if you try to switch on Monday, Tuesday. No, it will not work.
Yes,
You
sir.
can only switch on number, character.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So if it's not a number, and even numbers, it can only switch on integers, whole number. You cannot use decimal numbers.
Sir, please, I have a question.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, please, did you say if we remove all the breaks, we are going to be printing, like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday
Yes,
on, we are going to
if
print
day
them.
is equal to 1.
So, if we remove the break, we are going to print like right Monday, that will be executed, right Tuesday to be executed, and the rest. That's if we remove the break.
Yes, if you remove the break and it's running the way it's looking like the way it's looking, then you print all of them.
The reason I'm asking that, even if we remove the break, the case 2 wouldn't when you have the case 2, the 2 wouldn't match the 1. So why would
Yes,
you write
but there is no
Tuesday?
break between the 1 and the 2. That's why it will run the next one. The break stops it from running the next one.
From
So
the
even though it
previous
does not match, once you find the correct one, I'm listening.
what I'm trying to understand is when we have case 2 from the previous, it means that if the case 2, we are sort of comparing the value we have in day to what we have in the the case. So if the one we have, the first case, 1 is equal to 1, so we run the first statement. But even though we are running, because we don't have break, we are going to run the case 2 as well. But when we try to run the case 2, the 1 is not equal to the 2. So where will we print the Tuesday?
Yes, and I'm explaining that because there's no break, okay, even though day contains the number 1, okay, and it doesn't contain 2, it contains only 1. Once we find the correct one, we will run the correct one, okay? And if we run the correct one and we come to the next, because there's no break, it will come to the next one. Even though this one does not match, it will still run Tuesday because there's no break. That's how it behaves. Did you get me?
Okay, sir. So meaning if
Yes, sir. I'm getting. I want to know the difference between the. I understand the running and the printing. So it means that, let's assume we are printing the results.
No, you understand the what?
Like when you let's assume we are printing the outcome of this program on a screen, right? So if we remove, assuming there's no break, and we have the day set to 1. But in case 1 matches 1, right? So we are going to print Monday. We are going to print Monday, yeah. And then for the rest of the cases, because there's no break, they are still going to run. But I was thinking that since the cases do not match the value we have in 1, even though because we don't have break, they are going to run. Because the cases do not match, we will not print any other thing.
Oh, it will print, it will run everything. It will run Tuesday. In this case, where I remove only the 1 for the 1, it will run this, and when it gets here, it will stop. Do you understand?
All right.
If for example, this one contains the number 2, okay, and there's no break here. There's no break here, okay. So what happens is that it doesn't match 1, okay, so it's not run the 1, so it doesn't run Monday, but it matches 2, so it will run Tuesday, okay. Then because there's no break, even though it does not match 3, it will still run Wednesday. Because there's no break, even though it doesn't match 4, it will run Thursday. But because of this break, it will now stop and come and end. Did you understand me?
Well understood, sir.
Sir, doesn't the expressions run only when the case is true?
And I'm telling you, yes, it runs only, but because there's no break, just accept that it will run the other ones too. Just accept it. Oh, allow the gentleman's question to be answered. Okay, I'll come. There's more time for all of that. Hello, my dear friend, do you understand that?
Sir, it's fine. It's okay.
Yes, you need to accept. It's not about it being fine. You need to accept.
But
Yes.
sir, if it runs the other ones too, it doesn't have to print the other cases too.
That's what I'm saying. That if
it doesn't print what?
Like, if it runs the other cases, it doesn't have to print the other cases because you say the day has been set to 1, so it has to run 1 and then print 1, and then without the
it doesn't
break,
print 1. No, it prints what is stated
okay,
over there.
That's Monday.
Yeah,
it does not print the
Monday.
case.
Yeah, it prints Monday.
Monday, so it will print
and
Monday.
So without the break, it has to run the other case.
Yes.
Exactly.
So it will print Tuesday.
At this case,
and then when it runs the case, it will
one by one. So I can understand. I can barely hear you well. So one by one, okay.
And then when you write the other case, even though we run the other cases, they will evaluate to 4. So we will not run the expression.
It will not check, my dear friend, because there's no break. It doesn't check again. Once it finds the correct one, the rest, if there are no break, it doesn't check. It continues to run all of them. There's no check happening. After finding the correct one, all of these ones will run, provided we find the correct one.
Okay, sir, I think I'm trying to get what he's asking. He means that when there are no breaks and it print case 1, it matches case 1. When it prints case 2 with no break, would it still print Tuesday as in case 2, although it's still running the other cases but with no break? So when it gets to case 2, there's no break at case 2.
Okay, so listen carefully. You see, I couldn't write this all in one long, because you see it's very long. Okay, so that's why it is broken down. You see, this is actually a continuation over here. Okay, so it's a long program and I broke it into 2 parts. Now, programs run from top to bottom. Okay, so this line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. So I don't know how you understand what is happening in the programming, but what happens is that we run line 1. When we are done, we are done. We come and run line 2. When we are done, we are done. Come and run line 3, and so on and so forth. Okay. So currently, when we get to line 3, we know that day contains the number 1. Do we all agree? Okay, we agree. Yes, then we are switching on day. We are checking which of the cases matches what is inside day. Remember, we said day contains the number 1. So we check, is case 1 equal to what is inside day? Because it is equal to, that's why you have this question correct mark. Okay, so we write, the instruction says you can do other things apart from write too. This is just an example. It doesn't mean every single switch case statement looks exactly like this. I've written only examples to show you how it can be written. It's not the only way it can look. Okay, so in this example, after checking this line 5, after checking this line and then seeing that the case contains what is inside, we go to line 6. Line 6 says print what is here. So we will print it. That is it. Because there's no break, the line 7 is here. And you can see there is no break in between line 6 and line 7. There's no break. It is break that tells the switch case to stop and go to the end. But because there's no break, we are not stopping. Okay? So because there's no break, we go to line 7. Line 7 says case 2. Because there's no break, even though case 2 does not match what is inside day, which is 1, we will still go ahead and do line 8, which says write Tuesday. So you will see Tuesday as well. Now we go to line 9, which says break. So because line 9 says break, break means stop. So we go out and we stop. Do you understand it? We don't go and be doing other things whilst doing no. That's something called concurrent programming. You have not even finished basic programming. So calm yourself down and let's look at the basic one. Okay? For the basic one, this is how it works. It's very simple. Just look at the thing. Some of the things might not look like what you want them to look like. They're not supposed to look like what you want them to look like, but they have to just work logically. So logically, this is how it works. Is that okay or still?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Is it the same gentleman or a different gentleman?
Sir, it's a different gentleman.
Well, where is that gentleman? He's gone?
Oh, so I'm here.
Do you accept it for what it is, or you still don't accept it?
The logic, for the example, I mean, the logic is clear. I understand, but it's the explanation that I was trying to. I mean, I'm having issues with. Yeah.
Okay.
But I understand the example. I mean, everything is clear. Yeah.
Okay. So the other questions.
Sir, please, is there any practical example for how it works? For us to understand better.
So all of the things I've mentioned, they are not practical for you. What other ones are practical? Hey, serious. This is practical. That's what I'm showing you. I don't know what other ones are practical for you, my dear friend.
Sir, please,
Yes.
good morning.
Good morning.
They want to know the basics itself because
the what?
What you are teaching us like this.
Oh, calm down. They want to know the what?
They want to know the practical aspect of what you are teaching us.
Oh,
so
is it not programming?
Yes, I know.
It's programming that I'm teaching.
Yes, please, I know.
So that's the practical. It's programming.
Yes, but maybe I don't know how to put it. But on the field, how you are moving one from case 1, case 2, for maybe when you are drawing or you are writing a code. Most of them don't haven't seen some before. So this
yes, so that's what I'm explaining before you go and see it in the actual programming.
Sure,
okay?
Sure. So we need
I could write a program, but you don't understand the basics.
They need to exercise
patience and go to. So concentrate on this one. Okay, let's understand how the logic is working. This is practical. You see, I've written it out. In a practical I think we've done like 2 or 3 examples already, right?
Yes.
And so I don't know what practical again you are talking about.
I think maybe in the practical sense they mean as in, you see, as in last 2 weeks class that we had, there was an example where you had to explain it in a sense that when you are logging into Facebook, if the age is this, it's going to come out.
Okay, so where it is used, an application of this?
Yes, I think
it is used wherever we do selection. Okay, you can use it when we have a simple selection where we have integers. So for example, in your menus, okay, in your program menus, we have a switch case behind there where which we are using to check which of the menus you have clicked on. Okay, but you have not gotten to that understanding yet. So let's try and understand the logic of it. Okay. Okay. So like I was explaining earlier, the break statement is important because it stops the program from continuing. We use cases or the case to indicate the options available, and then you must always begin with the switch keyword. Okay. And then it is not by default, it's not by force, but you can also add a default. The default will run only when we can't find the match. So another example. So look at this other example. So in this example, we have a program. When we start this program, okay. So when we start this program, we start from here. Okay. So we start from here. We declare a variable called num. Notice that num is an integer variable. Okay, so it means we take a number. And we are asking you to enter a number between 0 and 10 specifically. Okay? A whole number between 0 and 10. So it means you can't enter 1.5. But you can enter 0, you can enter 1, you can enter 2, 3, all the way to 10. Okay? Then we collect the number. Okay? And when we collect the number, we print the number back. Oh, the number you entered is, maybe if you entered 2, the number is 2. If you entered 5, the number is 5. Okay, so we print it back. Then we are switching on the number. Now, if you entered 0 or 1, we print hello. Okay. Now, do you see that there's nothing between 0 and 1? There's no break. Do we see that?
Yes, please.
So what it means is that whether you enter 0 or you entered 1, you will see hello because there's no break.
Yes.
That's how, like I said, if there is no break, you run the one you are seeing and the one under what you are seeing. Okay. So for instance, if num was even equal to 0, because there's no code, there's no break over here, even though this is not equal to 1, because there's no break between 0 and 1, you come and print hello. And notice there's no break between 1 and 2 either. So you come and print hello there. And there's no break between 2 and 3. So you come and print I am. And there's no break between 3 and 4. So you come and print Mickey. So in fact, when you print, when you choose any number 0 or 1, you see hello there. I am Mickey. Are you with me?
Yes, please.
I hope there's no confusion about this one.
No, this one is clear.
Some people are refusing to accept some of the things. That's all, I think. Okay. But notice over here, But notice over here, if, for instance, num contain the number 2, and you see this is not 2, this is not 2, so you don't print this one, but this is 2. So you print there, I am Mickey, because there's no break between 2, 3, and 4. I stopped at 4 because there's a break. Look, there's a break. So we don't continue. Okay?
Yes.
So those who are not really admitting it, okay? Then let's say, what if the number was 3? So for 3, we don't do this, we don't do this, we don't do this, but we do this. So you see, I am Mickey. Yeah. Because there's no break between 3 and 4. Are we okay?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Today we'll finish a bit earlier. Okay, so you can take your time and do more examples, and then you can ask your questions.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Then
Hello, sir.
you have a let me explain at least so that we get a bit further. Okay. Then if, for instance, the person chose 4, we know that this is not 4, this is not 4, this is not 4, this is not 4, but this is 4. Okay, so we print Mickey. Yeah. And then we see the break. You see, so you stop. Okay. Now, what if hello, there's somebody on the call?
Mr. Alfred.
Hello, my dear friend, who's on the call? Hello, who's on the call?
He has muted himself.
Thank you. Thank you. In your account. So 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 what if the number was 5? Okay. The gentleman, before I come to the 5, the other gentleman who was asking the question, kindly ask your question.
Yes, the question I was about to ask is what you are about to explain. I was about to ask you if please can you go back for me, please?
I should go back to the previous slide.
No, it's okay. For the input num, I was about to ask if supposing you rose to, let's say, 5.
Okay, so I've not reached there yet. So that's
yes.
Why.
So yes. So okay, thank you.
So if the input number is 5, you see, there's not 5, there's not 5, there's not 5, there's not 5, there's not 5. So none of that will show up. Okay, but the input is 5. So we say how. You see, there's no break between 5 and 6. So, and you see, there's no break between 6 and 7. There's none between 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
But 8 has a statement. So how are you? Question mark. There's no break between 8 and 9. So we go to what? Break. The only statement in 9 is break. So break means stop. Okay. So we go all the way out to end. Okay. So if you enter 5, you will see how are you. Okay. Then let's go to 7. Oh, sorry, 6, right? 6. Okay. Okay, so if it is 6, notice that 6, 7, and 8, they don't have all of this. No. Okay, so no. So all of this, no. But you see, 6, 7, and 8, there is no break between them. So we say are you, and then we break. Okay, so you don't even see how because 6 is not equal to 5. Okay, are we okay?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then with yes. Okay, I think I misheard. So then with 7 to same thing. Okay, you say are you. Then with 8 to same thing. So are you. Then how about 9? So if the person types 9, okay. So 9. So nothing here. So 9 says break. So 9 you don't even see anything. Okay. So because you just break out. Do you see that? Do you understand that? It is only the statements you put in there that will run. And it's not by force to put a statement in there. Right? So basically you are not forced to put a statement in there. Okay. Then where were we? So 10. So if, for example, you get 10, so 10, you will not run any of the ones above, but 10, you say have a nice day. Then you see the break. So break means you go out. Okay. But if you put any number apart from the numbers here, and you put maybe, for example, you put the number 41 or 20 or 14 or 0 or -5 or any of those numbers which are not listed here, then none of these cases will run, but the default will run. Sorry, the number is out of range. Do you understand that now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The gentleman with the small confusion on the thing, is this one better? Is this one practical? There's one guy who was asking for practical. Is this one more practical?
More insightful, sir. Thank you.
Please.
Okay.
Sir, please. So, if I understand you well, let's say the case 4, right? Mickey. After that, you can see break. So after seeing break, you move all the way to end. Is that what you mean, sir?
I'm listening to you.
Please, sir. So I just wanted to understand what when you see break, you move all the way to end, like you end it. Is that what it means?
Yes, that's what it means.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That was there.
Oh, time as well. Some guys almost say 9. Anna. Maybe I mommy just a few minutes. Why? Me will campus. No campus. A few minutes. Right. May closing my class with mama. Why? Yes. Thank you. Okay. So once you see break, you go out. You move out of it.
Okay, sir.
Right. So break
Hello,
means
sir.
stop what you are doing and move out. Yes, sir.
So assuming there is no break in this statement,
Yes.
and you input an integer like 22, will it still come to print the default?
Yeah, because default means if it's not there, come and do. You don't understand what default means, right?
Yes.
Yes. So
All right.
default means if you can't find it, then come and do the default. That's basically what it doesn't have anything to do with the break.
All right. And
Default doesn't have
also,
anything to do with the break. Default is printed when you can't find the number
okay.
or the character. Yeah.
Also, I have this question. When you call like the MTN call center, they ask you something like
Yeah. So you see that MTN call center with the number, press 1, press 2, press 3. You have to press the specific number. The thing behind the options or press 1, press 2, press 3 is this switch case.
All right, sir.
Aha. Thank you.
But now we have our practical application of the switch.
Yes.
Okay. That's what you were looking for. Okay. So yeah. Another example. So this example, so like I said, we can check once it's an integer and a character, you can check. Okay, it can only check integers and character. The cases cannot be someone's name. Okay, you can't put someone's name over there to check Bernard or to check Kwame or to check Peter or whatever it is. It can only check integers and characters. So here, sorry. So here, why does this thing keep going like that? Okay. So here we have score less than 10. Okay. So if the answer to this is any of these numbers, we print F and then we do break. Okay. Oh, sorry. End. Okay. Let me put an end somewhere here before somebody says I'm going to default. Okay. Okay. Are we okay?
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Then, if the answer is none of those, but it's the answer is 6, we print D and then we break. If the answer is 7, we print C and then we break. If the answer is 8, we print B and then we break. If the answer is 9 or 10, we print A and then we break. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finally, I think this is the switch case is one of the easiest ones. Okay, it's not hard. Okay. Yes, very easy. So here I have a small case study, which is asking you to design a program that accepts a player's number and displays the team name. Okay. It's very simple. We'll just write it quickly, something like that. Or this one, we should just let you guys do it. It's very easy. Very easy. I think this one, I'll let you guys do it.
Oh, no, please.
Can you please give us an example, like a guy?
Oh, example what? We've done example, plenty example. Which example again?
What can I try it here?
So you will be switching. You have to create a variable to hold the team number. So maybe the variable called num. Then case 1. What's the team number? Cape Coast Venomous Vipers. So you write Cape Coast okay. Then you do your break, okay, because this one you have to put a break, okay. Case 2, because the cases are already here. These are the cases, the team number. Then every case you just print the name and then you break. You print the name, you break. That's all. Very simple. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, it's very simple. So this one there will not let you run away from it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's very simple. Okay. Okay, and then this one is also just a simple switch case in there. But I'll take my assignments at the next face-to-face class. Very, very convenient. Okay. Next week we will look at loops. So I've opened that material so that you can go and then have a look. Please remember to do the in-class test, and then work on that as well. Will that be okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, today I'll close a bit early so that we can go about a few things. Okay, so we'll catch you a bit later. Do take care. If you have any questions, please go to the forum and leave the questions on the forum. Okay, there's a forum, in-class discussion forum on the page. Kindly go there and leave your questions there for me. I will attend to the questions, and then we'll see you guys a bit later. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a nice week, sir.
Yeah.
The last
last what?
Last question. Sir, I beg, he said we should try this or add join the previous assignment you gave us.
What?
The one where you said we should try just
You said what?
I was asking that we should do this one as assignment or just a trial.
Oh, this is a trial. Oh, well, I never said assignment. We already have assignments already, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we have assignments already, so don't worry. This one is just a trial. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
The fault in the team. Asemu.
Me, I don't can understand anything he said.
I bet for small, I bet for.
So what do you want me to do
question now?
More motias here. I know more mudia for true kakre, Charlie.
I'm crying a month as and yeah, my dear.
Oh, mudia mugu bia member.
Like the recordings too, they go on.
This is still being recorded, guys. So could you please control your communication?
To be edited.
Pam.
Don't worry.
Pam.
You done bust.
I'm sorry.
I beg you, wanna try what you want make we do. Like I don't understand. What did they try?
If they list one, no,
Yeah, hello, boss. Painful, Mr. Mo. We know, Papa Chedi. Mumbai, why? Hello. Mr. Mo, Mama Chess, Mumbai, when I don't have Papa Chedi. In fact, right, Mumbai.
Your comments will all be uploaded on YouTube, and the whole world will be seeing what you're saying.
Mumbai, they are born because Papa Chedi no. In fact, Mama Chess, no, the Mumbai Accra because those are fast. Papa free for Mumbai, I was a pam. I don't know about you. Mumbai, oh, pam. Sam Sherry. Sam.
Sherry, baby.
Sam, whatever. On female Sam.
Where Danny pam.
Papa, media enzo.
Sam is here now. This is no class captain. One organize one day winner. Fire for true because.
And the trial, no, is he in the LMS or what?
Yeah, it's on the elements.
Okay.
Hey, I said, course being it.
Say
Yo, so the guy with the talk the pam pam no, Charlie, what
LMS no so. Now call like bisa